Here we go. Hello, everyone. We are live with a Season 14 Week 5 game. We have Kyle on the red side, the defending TTS champion, versus Isaac, a Spider Foes aficionado. So we've got Kyle playing this Black Order list here. He's bringing Logan, Baron Zemo, Nebula. He's Corvus without the gem. And we've got, looks like regular standard punch 'em up extracts and secures. And he's got pretty typical cards on this side here. So we're going to see what Isaac's bringing. Isaac's bringing a Goblin-led Spider Foes team with Pyro, Dynamo, Black Panther, and Rocket as splashes. Looks like he's playing a points game here based on the extracts and secures. And I think he's got a pretty standard set of cards for the Spider Foes here. So let's get the show on the road. I'm going to let them know we're live. Joining me on commentary is the current #2 ranked player on Longshanks, Vince Chan. How's it going, man?
I'm doing fantastic, Lucas. Thanks for having me on.
All right, sweet. So what do you think of Spider Foes versus Kyle? Do you have any thoughts on Kyle playing against Spider Foes?
Well, it's been a while since I played the game since my last local tournament 2 weeks ago, but the spicy thing here is that it's Goblin leadership, right?
That's correct, it is.
Yeah, that's very unconventional, I feel. A lot of people are quite down on Goblin. I'm eager to see how he performs tonight.
Yeah, Isaac's been repping Goblin like the whole time, alright? He hasn't stopped. It's all Spider Foes or no games, I don't know, for Isaac. So but you recently played against Isaac with Spider Foes, so tell me about that.
I played against Kyle
Oh,
with
Kyle, sorry,
Spider
Kyle,
Foes.
my bad, Kyle.
Yes. Yeah, and that was at that local event. I came back to the game to play some Spider Foes, particularly Sandman, but I heard great things about Electro, so I put them together as well for the event. And they performed pretty well. I don't know if they're A tier, but they're a very good mix of fun mechanics with very decent, at least, strength in the game.
Okay, so then looks like we've got the crisis cards here, and we've got Gamma and Paranoia, 15 or 16. And so man, with the Corvus not having a gem here, the 16 looks very tempting for Isaac. In the chat, we've got Mike saying, "Dude, Vince, I feel like I'm in a crazy world with all these Goblin players." So I think you and Mike are aligned with thinking that the better leader is the new Doc Ock scientist, a supreme scientist, or is that no? Is that his name? I forget.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm definitely the wrong guy to ask.
Yeah, fair, fair. Okay, so yeah, what do you think? Do you think 16 as the pick here for Isaac with because the core team of Thanos and Corvus and Proxima that Kyle has on his side is actually 15. Sinister scientist, of course. Yeah.
Right. Well, whether it's 15 or 16, this is going to be a very interesting scenario combination because going back to that pick of Goblin, a lot of, I guess the traditional thinking would be that Goblin's better at attrition, while Off has better control. And the attrition is going to be put to a test on a low point scenario against Thanos Black Order.
Yeah. So that's the thing is that Thanos, he's gonna have to. Kyle's probably gonna have to play. He's gonna have to bump up Corvus or 4 threat to a 5 threat. Does he have that? He has Maw without a gem. Uh, and then we or like I'm just trying to like think of the configurations here on Black Order. Like Thanos is 8 threat, and then you have to pick another 8 threat, but Corvus doesn't have the gem, so you're either bumping up Corvus, upgrading Corvus to a 5 threat, or you're upgrading Proxima to a 4 threat. I'm trying to like do the math here. Maybe he goes with Corvus and Logan, and then plays 16. Okay, Logan obviously has the paranoia, right? So it's like the healing on the paranoia might be good. Black Dwarf, TG Lord suggesting Black Dwarf. Oh, that reminds me. Actually, I should. As they're building their list, I need to give a little shout out to the event that I'm running. So there is a meta on meta clash happening in about 2 weeks from now. Less than 2 weeks from now. It's going to be the Montreal Shark Tank taking on the Pork Roll Protocol, which are like a bunch of New Jersey and surrounding area meta. So In this format, they're going to have WTC style teams, and they're going to pick their matchups WTC style as well, and they're going to play a best of 3 series. And so we're going to run 15 games over 3 weeks. And yeah, so it's going to be awesome. We're going to stream probably every single game will be streamed over those 3 weeks. And I've got a cool little trophy as well that the winning team is going to get bragging rights for the foreseeable future. Both of these metas are basically within driving distance of each other, and of course they're across the border, Canada and USA. So there's a little bit of nationality kind of rivalry going on as well, and it's going to be pretty fun. We're going to get a lot of their communities involved on stream, and it's ultimate bragging rights basically between the two metas. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Yeah, so there we go. It's going to be pretty hype.
That is an awesome event, man. Props to you for keeping things fresh with these new and fresh event formats.
Yeah, it's going to be really great. So the cool thing is that it kicks off right after ACO, which is an event that is in their area, and multiple members of the Shark Tank are traveling across the border to 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 go to Atlantic City. So there's going to be a little bit of trash talking at ACO. It's going to fire. They're going to fire up both sides, and yeah, it's it's gonna be actually. So the one thing I got to say is that on Thursday, so 2 days from today, at 5 p.m. Eastern, Torbjorn and Collar, both current WTC champions, are going to be joining me on stream for about 35-40 minutes, and we're going to look over the rosters that each player has brought and give some hot takes and some criticism maybe to what players brought or question things, and basically just like go talk through each of the rosters, maybe find out which ones are our favorites, and and so it's going to be a lot of fun to chat up with those with the two Swedish guys. Obviously, they're very good players to because they did so well at WTC. So that stream is going to be a lot of fun. Stay tuned for that. And then of course we're going to do pairings about a week after that, and then for round one, and then it'll just start it'll just become streams all over the place at that point. So that's going to be really freaking sick. I'm looking forward to that.
Some of these matches could be chances at a redemption for these players if they get matched up previously at ACO.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, so it's here. It's Mike in the chat is saying, alright, he's saying I'm ready for Torbjorn to tear these lists apart. The yeah, it's he's very honest. The Swedes are pretty honest people, so it's going to be. And I'm someone who's like pretty reserved with my comments. I mean, typically I am, of course, because I don't like I'm on stream a lot here. I don't want to make anyone feel bad for making mistakes because they're the ones who are volunteering their game to let us stream. So of course you have to be polite generally, even if people make decisions that are not optimal. And then the Swedes, of course, are like the exact opposite of that, and that's just like the culture, more of a culture thing. And so it's gonna be a little bit of a clash of cultures between myself and them, and so we'll see how that goes. Schmidt says, "Why do you say 7 dice Auk builders?" I think he's referring to. Okay, yeah, there we go. 5 dice double wilds is similar to 7 dice. Is it really? I thought it was like closer to 6, but okay. Anyway, Mike is on the Auk 2 Sinister Scientist train, and we're not seeing that tonight, so let's see. Let's see if they come out with their rosters soon enough.
I am like Mike and on the Doc Ock train for sure. Before the games at the tournament, I wasn't quite sure.
Right.
I knew I didn't love Goblin, but I wasn't convinced by Ock on paper. And then playing him, Ock was an all-star.
That's awesome. Yeah, he's pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna go through their list here. Here we go. Thanos, Logan, and Corvus versus with Exceptional, Brace, Blood Despair, Mothership, Sacrifice. Of course, Thanos has the Space Reality Gem here, so he's punching pretty hard. So we've got 3 characters that can like double kill, like that can double kill its characters pretty consistently. It looks like Isaac's gone for bodies here. He's brought 5 wide team. Goblin, Lizard, Shocker, Mysterio, and Pyro. He's got custom upgrades: Kick 'em, Surprise Webhead, Grand Illusion, and Fallback. All right, Vince, what are your thoughts on either team here?
Well, I think the Black Order team looks pretty traditional here. Very reminiscent of old school Black Order with a couple, say downgrades without the reality gem on Corvus and alternatives instead of Proxima, you've got Logan as an upgrade.
Yeah,
While on the
yeah.
other side, this is very spicy. I mean, first impressions, it's very doubtful that this can punch through Thanos, but there's some interesting inclusions that kind of up that attrition power here on this side.
Yeah, I think that we Isaac's really counting on a couple of big things to happen. He's really hoping that the custom upgrades card will he'll be in a position to use this card and effectively off of a character. We've got and then of course we've got Grand Illusion. If the Grand Illusion card can't get off effectively, then Isaac might be in a tough spot. And yeah, so let's see if he's able to play these cards. We've got Kick'em with Pyro here, so we'll see if that's a big thing. The Logan is just a is more than a 1 point upgrade over Proxima. Like Logan is like when used effectively, Logan is like a 4.5 threat character, and maybe even like 5 threat with that if he's got a lot of power and he can hit spenders without outside of 3 of his team. You really Kyle's gonna be looking for the sweet spot of outside of 3 of his team with Logan, probably hitting the backline gamma, but also within 4 of Thanos to hit those death decrees. And he could probably set those up pretty easily with hit Logan's attacks that do the placement after the attack is resolved. So he might be able to hit a place attack to hit that sweet spot and then hit a beam while he's within 4 of Thanos and just like unleash like devastation on Isaac. So I would not be surprised to see that play pattern emerge later in the game.
Man, that is sweet. I haven't been around too much lately, but have people been playing Logan with Thanos at all?
No, I think this is so Kyle's the only one that we've seen online playing a Corvus without the gem. I think he a local of ours and Kyle's has
Hmm.
had brought this idea forward as just like to give Black Order a 15 threat that works well, and then so I think Kyle like so because of that I don't know I'm not seeing this very often, although we don't see Black Order very often to begin with. So maybe in the Black Order part of the community this is a popular pick. I just personally haven't seen a lot of it.
Gotcha. Yeah, this is definitely spicy in my eyes with the Logan inclusion.
Yeah. Shocker is an interesting pick here too. We've got Corvus with a range 2 builder and Thanos with a range 2 builder. Um, with Shocker having he can give out what does he do here? He makes you roll less dice when you're within 2, and he can also buff his defense dice. I don't know how much that'll matter. He's also got a stagger he can give out on his spender. So he's got a few things on his kit that might catch Kyle off guard, right? If he can hand out a stagger and he can and Shocker ends up within like 2 of Corvus, and Corvus is only rolling like 4 dice, maybe without the Death Decree dice pump, then maybe he Corvus isn't doing as much damage as he Kyle is expecting. The stagger could be huge here because none of these characters can take it off through tactic cards or similar.
Yeah, there's, three relatively defensive characters between Lizard, Shocker, and Mysterio. While their defense is all right, the question is if they can provide enough offense to even out that attrition battle.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. We've got. I should read out. I should say which characters are deployed where. So we had Corvus and Thanos basically in the middle here, dead center, with Logan on the flank, which is currently being. He's activating first to grab this outside paranoia, and then we have basically. I mean, Isaac's deployment is basically down the middle, except Lizard on the right flank, and he's looking to throw Lizard into a to grab a Paranoia onto the mid line. I'm concerned about throwing him like dead center here. I feel like he's just gonna get eaten immediately. Putting him outside of the gamma means he's at least scoring points and not being targeted. I don't know what to do against Blackwater, so I don't know if I'm saying like the best lines here. We'll see.
Well, the typical Black Order fishing line isn't that strong in this specific situation, right?
It's
Thanos has
also
no mind
yeah,
gem,
exactly. Yep.
and without a gem on Corvus, Mothership isn't online. So you're not at risk of too many attacks around one, even if you sit in the middle.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see Corvus grab a Paranoia with an opening move here. It's going to trigger like it's going to cause Isaac to want to attack into Corvus and therefore set up a potential mothership on Thanos. Maybe I don't know. Like does that good? You want to waste a tactic card on Thanos? You're basically maybe not. Maybe you don't do that. Maybe you probably Kyle in his last game he held mothership I believe for the whole game or for most of the game. So um, I would imagine he's going to pass here. Yeah, he's passing, and then he's going to then activate Corvus and grab a Paranoia. That's my guess, but maybe he's gonna let Isaac grab three of them. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to know because playing three models against five is you have to do a lot of damage here if you want to catch up. Looks like
So it looks like he
okay.
did pass, and Isaac is also playing very conservatively with Goblin on the back gamma, not grabbing any paranoia.
Yeah, very interesting. He passed again here. Kyle did. He passed a second time. So he's now looking to send up Shocker here. All right. Yeah, so I think that playing Pyro. Hmm, I'm not sure. It's interesting. I don't know
It's
what to
a
do.
Yeah, and I'm not too familiar with how this new kind of Black Order might play, or this specific build, but what exactly is the trap that's set up here? Thanos can walk portal you back and then punch you and have Corvus port forward. I guess that's the play.
Yeah, I guess like yeah, you're right. Probably maybe giving the space gem to or a cosmic portal to Corvus and allowing him to move up and grab grab a paranoia or do an attack. Here we go. I don't know I don't know if anyone in chat has an idea of what the play is here. I would love to hear it because I I'm not sure. Just grab the paranoia with Corvus. I guess like I'm just confused as to why he's not, but maybe it's because he doesn't want to Corvus to take any hits round 1 and be like dazing on round 2.
And it's very interesting that Isaac has moved up Mysterio to the midline without grabbing either paranoia. I'm not sure if that was possible because Mysterio's movement's really tight with a small base, small move.
Yeah, I don't know if he. It's like you have to be like dead center on it. There's like so little give on a short base or small base short mover. Kyle's definitely having a little bit of trouble here figuring out what his next move is. Yeah, you 100% have to be dead center on it. Yeah, it is tricky. So looks like Corvus is gonna go here. He's gonna have to attack into Mysterio. Oh, he's just throwing a 4 dice attack. It looks like into Mysterio. Mysterio rolling 5 dice here. I think that's why Isaac put him there. It's just like 5 dice with Mysterio. He can't afford to pay for the defenses right now. Gets a blank, so Mysterio is going to be blocking all of the damage and getting a power out of that.
I would suspect the only reason to do that is to set up a mothership on the next activation.
I think it's also. I mean, it's he's gonna. What I would imagine here is he's gonna do the thing we mentioned, or he's going to cosmic portal Corvus within range of Mysterio, and then he's going to have 3 power to pay for the Glaive's Edge ability, and that way he can roll 5 dice with a Pierce into Mysterio. And so, like, I mean, counting like 6 out of 8 dice faces as successes with the counting blanks ability. So, and then pushing damage through, and then basically maybe he'll even pump that to do it 7 dice version of that, which might just like one shot Mysterio. So I think that's like the long term play here. Or of course, if Isaac puts another vulnerable character within range of Corvus, um, yeah, I'd go grab the Paranoia Shocker, says Nick, and yeah, that seems like the case here. You activate Pyro last, I believe, is what Nick said earlier. That way you can potentially root and slow him with Firewall if Thanos ends up staying on the midline.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. If Shocker goes to grab that paranoia, he's only taking one shot from Thanos, but it looks like Pyro's going instead.
All right. So I think that like Isaac's probably looking for like no damage here. I don't know, maybe. I'm not sure how aggressive he wants to be. But like um he's going to push through 1 damage and he's going to let's see if he opts to make Kyle re-roll. It wouldn't matter actually because of damage reduction. So that's why Isaac didn't use his leadership. He is going to put an incinerate on Corvus. That's going to be pretty good for next round, stazing him probably with all of these activations here. And is he going to firewall? I would be surprised if he didn't. Like, is he within range 3? He might not be within range 3 actually. So, yeah,
I
there
think
you
he's
go.
definitely outside of range 3.
Okay. So he's looking at Mothership right now. Kyle is. That's what that measurement on range 1 is off of Corvus. Hold on. Did he pay for it? He did. He already paid for it. All right. I did not expect him to play that card so soon, but I guess that's the case. I was worried about like Mysterio doing things like uh, moving Corvus away from the fight, and then Corvus having to take move actions. That would be really brutal for him. And that's and yeah, so we're going
Well,
to
if he
go ahead.
if he can kill Mysterio here or daze him, and then flip priority without an opportunity for him to activate Grand Illusion and then KO him,
It would be
Kyle's definitely in
huge.
a very strong position.
So it looks like we've got 4 successes from Kyle. Let's see if he converts these crits. 6 successes from Kyle.
All right,
One
well,
block,
there's the
one
one
shot.
shot.
Oh man. All
Oh, and into
right.
all right into Pyro.
Yes, yes. So he's got another action here. And now you can pay 2 power if you want on Thanos to get rid of Mysterio's shields if that's what you want to do. Um yeah, so let's see what Thanos opts to do here. He's going to
Could
spend
definitely be an option to keep Mysterio power starved so he cannot Grand Illusion at the start of the next turn or
very
round.
fair. We've got 5 successes. 2 of them are crits coming in for Kyle. Kyle's just rolling incredibly well here. And he's going to be hitting Goblin for 5, 6 damage on Goblin. He didn't get the wild, so Goblin isn't going to be pushed away from the Gamma and take the last point of damage. But that's actually pretty devastating. Taking 11 points of damage from Thanos, Space Reality Thanos, is just not optimal.
Definitely not optimal. That
Yeah.
was a huge swing in Kyle's favor there.
He's cosmic portaling. If you can't tell already, he's placing Mysterio within 3 of Logan. The idea, if he wants to do that, the idea would be that Logan would be able to get 2 attacks in on round 2 instead of probably just 1. So he's ending up using his cosmic portal on Goblin instead to daze Goblin off the Gamma. Absolutely brutal opening. Um, man, this is why. Okay, so basically, I think like now, obviously, hindsight is 2020, but this is why he I would have. I think now we know this is why Shocker probably should have gone first. Maybe grab the paranoia, but it obviously not do any damage to Corvus and therefore not set up Mothership. But of
Well,
course,
the damage from Pyro didn't matter in terms of getting Mothership online. Kyle set that
oh,
up
you're
with
right.
the,
You're right.
yeah, with the gainer attack.
Yeah, so it was okay. So then it was unstoppable. I don't know. You could have Kyle would have had or Isaac would have had to play even more conservative. But it seems even like there's like no way around that then. All right, looks like Shocker's
Yeah,
gonna go. He's gonna place himself. Ideally, his goal here is to place himself within two of the of both Corvus and Thanos, so that they're rolling one less attack die, unless they get Shocker outside of two of themselves.
this is a very interesting effect because it kind of acts as a pseudo bodyguard in the sense that it dictates target prioritization.
Yeah, interesting. Now, do you play custom upgrades here on Goblin into Thanos or something like that? Like, how do you Goblin's now only rolling 3 physical defense dice. This is tough. Yeah, this is a tough spot for Goblin to be in here. Hold on, they're gonna do gamma damage, I think. They still haven't
Yeah.
applied it, but Goblin is
Now,
basically gonna
remind
be
me,
taken off the board.
Goblin's 6 health on the other side, is that
Five
right?
five health, I think.
5 health.
Yeah.
I thought that got buffed.
Oh, maybe I don't know.
I'm not sure, man. Someone will let us know,
Yeah, he'll flip it any
or we'll
second
see in
now.
just a
There it goes.
second. Only
5.
5. Okay, I don't even know if you boost his dice if he survives Thanos. You do have access. Actually, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong side. You have no access to sacrifice
That's right.
or
Yeah.
brace.
Um yeah, he didn't bring sacrifice is hard to get to play against Thanos cuz he can just reposition your characters, right? Usually. So it's like he just like takes you out of sacrifice range. He's playing it on Goblin. So this is very big if Goblin can survive Thanos's opening activation here. Because then he gets to roll 8 dice builders into Thanos. He also, if any characters move, let's see, has. Oh no, he lost his ability to tricks and trick or treat, so he doesn't have any traps. He just has his
Yep.
glider ram, and Kyle has currently does have brace. Kyle, I think, made a small misplay if there was one, and that's not putting Goblin within two of Thanos. He's gonna have to spend power for Cosmic Portal to get him there, if that's what he wants.
Alternatively, he can use his space gem, but
Oh
that
yeah,
space
that's
gem looks
fair.
pretty good on Corvus right now, too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So I think small. Yeah, Thanos, just KO Pyro and Daze Mysterio. Yeah, the question is like Kyle's asking himself if he can punch through these teams here, or the Goblin and Lizard. So he's gonna go into Goblin. The Goblin's rolling 5 dice, 5 dice physical. He's really hoping to survive these double attack here. All right, so not a great roll for Thanos. Rolls 4. Goblin only blocks 1 though, so that's gonna be 4 damage after the collision. So Goblin's on 1 health. That's is he gonna fall
Jeez,
back?
from
Is
one
he
shot.
might fall back here to push him outside of the trees. I would imagine he's going to. Right? Like if he falls back, he can be outside of the tree terrain. He's definitely looking for it. He's definitely looking at it.
Yeah, I don't know my measurements well enough now. With a small move, medium base, does that get him outside of 3?
I don't think so. I think that he's still going to be in 3 if I had to guess. Uh, so he's gonna the thing is that what it does is it prevents Goblin from taking the 4th point of damage from colliding with either Pyro or the tree, because he's gonna fall back before the throw. Oh no, my bad. I'm mistaken. The throw happens first. Oh, that's brutal. The throw happens first, and then he plays fallback because Thanos's before damage trigger will go before will go first, and then fallback happens at the same timing window, but he's the defending player.
Incredible.
So therefore, I think Kyle's worried about throwing Goblin. Oh, so he didn't throw Goblin. He's worried about throwing Goblin because if he did, Goblin could fall back outside of range 3. And Thanos has already played the Space Gem, but he could have just Cosmic Portaled him back in, maybe. I don't know. Maybe Kyle's like running the numbers and saying it's not worth it. So, oh, nope. I'm mistaken.
There is the throw.
There's the
I'm
throw.
guessing that Kyle can indeed just Cosmic Portal to fix this positioning.
Yeah, I think that that's why, this is why Isaac is not, oh, he is playing fallback. What's going on here? Oh, that's the collision on Pyro. All right. Pyro takes 3 damage. Oh my goodness. Now we're seeing fallback. So Kyle did a smart thing here, and he didn't throw, he threw Goblin like a minimal distance. And it looks like we're seeing he's going to just get out of range 3. So I won't be surprised to see a Cosmic Portal bringing Goblin in and then just KOing him.
Do you think that fallback was the right play there? Did that generate
Um,
enough value?
let's see. It's tough to say. I think that um, it's, I don't know. Well, where else are you gonna play it? I don't see a good spot to play it. He's Cosmic Portaling Pyro, and now he's going to attack Pyro, hope for the wild, and throw Pyro into Goblin before Pyro ends up KOing. He's gonna try for
Wow,
the
that
double
is
KO.
very brave.
Oh, he didn't get it. 3. Pyro does die, though. He just doesn't get the wild, so therefore he doesn't throw into Goblin. So Goblin has custom upgrades into Thanos right now.
That goblin's gonna hit pretty hard, and it doesn't look like he's threatened by much. Perhaps just a Corvus walk and shoot.
Yeah, so Goblin will be rolling 2 less defense dice against every other character other than Thanos. So
True, so
Goblin,
he is
so
very
he
vulnerable
is
to that.
vulnerable, and now here's like the crappy part about this whole situation is that Goblin has to stay within 2 of Gamma or he just dies, and that's why Gamma sucks. Because you can't play on any part of the board except for this like very, what is that? What, 2, 3, 6, 7 inch corridor? It's like actually kind of dumb now. Like when I saying it out loud, like you can barely play outside of that 7 inch corridor, or you're just going to be taking damage every round, every turn, every round. I mean, and that's just kind of dumb. All right, so I'm let's see what Isaac does in response here. He's lost Pyro immediately, which is tough. I think Pyro should have, maybe now obviously hindsight, Pyro staying back uh, would have been good. It's like so dumb to say that because it's like duh. Oh well. Yep.
Well, Kyle has, with a very fast start, basically reduced this fight to a 3-on-3.
Yeah. He's gonna really need to. He's gonna need some very strong dice here. At least he still has his leader here in Goblin. So let's see if he can get that to work. All right, so he's gonna push through maybe 2 damage if this defensive reroll doesn't convert on the Goblin leadership. It does not, and so 2 damage into Corvus. He's at all right, he's at yeah, not enough. He's at 3 health. I don't think Shocker can do this here, but let's see. He's got to roll well. Corvus rolls nothing. Shocker rolls 1. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, that's a rough one. How much does a spender cost? 4,
4.
right?
He was 1 off. He
Yeah,
certainly would have spendered there, I would imagine.
looking for the stagger would have been nice. Perhaps maybe a Mysterio activating and hoping to get one move on Corvus to make his activation just that much more inefficient.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if Corvus was staggered there, it would have basically shut down his turn. But now, so
Now,
now look at, we're seeing Kyle measure a spender into a medium move, and then into that he's gonna throw the He's gonna throw the range 4 into Goblin, who's rolling 1 die, and he could
Yep,
even
the
Death Decree it to guarantee the put down on Goblin. So
yes, that's a good shout out. The only thing is, I think if he doesn't one-shot Shocker, oh, he's attacking Mysterio.
no, this is
His,
tricks and traps on Mysterio. Mysterio's looking for
I
three
see.
successes to put Corvus down.
That would be spicy. But
Ooh.
Corvus is also in the -1 bubble for Shocker, so his ranged attack is a base 3 dice now.
Yes. So Corvus just did a medium move. He didn't do a spender there, so he just did a medium move, and he's looking to respond with the Corvus attacking Goblin with attacks into Logan here. So let's see if Goblin can survive. He's rolling 1 single die. He needs Corvus to whiff. Are we getting a Death's Decree? We are. So it's 6 dice energy. It's gonna be brutal. 3, 1. Yeah. All right. There goes Goblin. That's unfortunate.
This is hard to see.
Yeah. This is just
Do
like
you
the
think it
back
was
order plan is just happening.
was it too greedy to go with Shocker instead of Goblin right away?
Yeah. I think I think so. But man, it's a tough spot. I don't know if any like it's. I don't know
It
what the
really
right
is
call was.
because it's very unlikely that you daze Thanos with Goblin. You're out of the glider ram range, so it's just 2 attacks mainly.
All right, we see Mysterio hit Logan with a with the builder, so it meant that Mysterio gained a bunch of power, and it's and we're seeing now a tricks and traps trigger on Logan, and therefore we might see, or we're seeing the advance off the attack, which could lead into a tricks and traps. This is Mysterio's first action of his activation, and so I wouldn't. I think that Isaac's gonna have to try to go for the daze here on Logan to end Kyle's activations this round. All right, he's tricks and trapsing. He's looking for 2 successes off this tricks and traps.
I wonder what the odds of that are.
It's like
20%?
58% to hit one of the triggers.
Right.
So it must be, yeah. Your 20% seems like a good guess here. He
I
does.
got the average of 1.
Yes, he got the 1, and he also got a blank to refund him a power. So this is giving this tricks and traps damage gives him an advance. So looks like he's looking to set himself up. Um, And now, of course, Logan being on 1 health means that exceptional healing is basically offline for this next attack. And so Isaac is looking to punch through 1 damage with 4 into 2 dice.
It's definitely a good thing that Logan seems like he's going to be taken out here. If he got to activate, those beams would be terrible.
All right, 2 into 1 block, so there goes Logan. He drops the paranoia. I wonder if Isaac measured the medium move. Looks like he's in range, yep, so it means that Mysterio can pick up the paranoia, and it's going to put him in a scoring position here, a scoring lead, although um, it's tight. It's like 7 threat down. It's crazy how Isaac has lost almost half of his team.
Yeah,
3 3
and
3. There was
Isaac
no
looks to be
yeah.
scoring, what is this, 3 on secures and 3 on extracts, so it is a very high scoring turn.
So he'll score 4 on extracts because of the bonus from the collect.
That's right.
So he's gonna score 7 points here. Um, yeah. Too bad Grand Illusion wasn't in the power phase. Is it? No, it's not. That's so dumb. Grand Illusion. Okay, maybe it'd be broken if it was in the power phase, but yeah. So I mean, of course, yes, Isaac is gonna score 7 points here, which is phenomenal. And I would not be surprised though to see Kyle score 7 points in a team wipe. in this next round here, but like you never know, right? Mysterio Corvus could be hit by the tricks and traps on Mysterio if he's not careful. So there's like something very important to look out for. Shocker could keep the team, um, Kyle or Isaac's team alive. Logan looking at a juicy beam here. So lots of problems that are interesting. It's like Isaac has an amazing board state if he wasn't missing two characters.
That's definitely right. We'll get
uh,
to see if Grand Illusion gets to make an impact here. I was very curious to see the impact of Grand Illusion and custom upgrades, specifically because they're cards that really get a lot better if you have priority, which you're never going to have against Black Order. And we saw custom upgrades here pay off potentially with Goblin surviving, but he wasn't able to clap back before he eventually did die.
yeah.
Let's see if Grand Illusion has a better impact on the game.
Yeah, exactly. The two cards we talked about as being like big swings. Surprise Webhead is also could be a thing here. It's basically like Siege of Darkness or Wakanda Forever. You pay 2 power, but the only caveat is everyone that pays has to attack the same character. So it could be a big swing here where Isaac could end up getting basically taking out. It looks like Logan's going, so it could be Corvus could be taken out with an out of activation attack. And but Kyle just rolls 6 for 6, and
Oh Lord.
and there goes Shocker. That's brutal. Kyle's gonna gain a ton of power. Oh wait, what is the interesting that he's putting the paranoia there? He's gonna now attack into Mysterio. He's gonna pay the power. Oh, he's not paying the power to reduce. Interesting. Um, why not? I guess because he just feels like he can punch through it. I don't know. 3 into 1. We're seeing a couple damage through. It looks like overall 2 damage through into Mysterio. All right, powering up Mysterio. The question is, do you play tricks and traps here, even though Logan has healing factor? Probably not, right? Unfortunately.
Probably not, unless you're able to get outside of 3, which
Oh, that
I
okay.
don't
So
think
that
you
was that
are.
was a beam. Okay, so he didn't want to lose all of his power. Mysterio is paying. He did pay 3 here, and he gets nothing. So he gets a refunded power from the blank, but ultimately a wasted tricks and traps. I think that you shouldn't have tricks and traps there anyway. Oh, maybe his thinking would have been to reposition off of the damage. Probably was the focus.
Yeah, and I think there is a potential to get outside of 3 of Logan here,
All
although
right,
I'm
so
not sure.
Logan just paid 3 for his ability to throw Mysterio after the attack, and Thanos pumped it up. So we're seeing 7 dice with a pierce into Mysterio. So this is going
And a
to,
brutal roll.
yeah. So this just, oh my
Devastating
gosh.
roll.
He rolled 8 dice and got 9 successes. So that's
Holy.
how you play MCP, folks. Kyle's rolling. His team needed to roll well, and his team is rolling exceptionally well.
Absolutely exceptional. One of the things about Surprise Webhead, back to what you were saying, is that while it can be a very strong swing turn card, it just like Grand Illusion and custom upgrades works way, way better if you have priority.
Yeah. So we're gonna see. So this is interesting that, um, oh man, I think if you're Lizard here, you freaking keep Corvus at 1 health, right? You just push attacks into Logan. I think Kyle might actually sacrifice a Logan attack into Corvus um, to basically reset Corvus for next round so that he's at full health again. Because if Corvus is at 1 health and Logan has taken maybe some damage into um, from Lizard, maybe going into him twice here, then Kyle can start round 3 with Grand Illusion right in the dead center of the board. He could end up wiping Logan and wiping Corvus, and and then score out the game. If Thanos can only score, he would only be able to score at most 3 points, whereas like his whole team could score a lot more than that. So next round could be big if I think that Kyle needs to sacrifice into Corvus here. Although Blood Despair is also a card that like could mess up the plans. So lots to think about. Still, the game still could be won by Isaac. It's just very narrow at this point.
Yeah, I really like the line of play you talked about in terms of being able to potentially take out two activations with priority on Isaac's side next turn, next round.
Nobility in chat says, me saying, You're never gonna have prio against Black Order." Isaac says, "Watch me." That's fucking hilarious.
I guess it's more accurate to say when you do have priority against Black Order, oftentimes things aren't going so well.
Yeah, that's usually the case. All right, we have what are we seeing? Oh, well, hold on. Who's rolling what here? Oh, hold on. He passed with Lizard. He's taking the L on so Corvus just threw four dice push into him, I think. Or no, hold on. Yeah. Dude, what the heck just he rolled? He just rolled freaking 7 successes? How much what was his initial roll here? He rolled red? He just rolled 7 out of 9. So he did a spender into Lizard and oh my goodness.
God Almighty.
He just did a regular spender into Lizard, no Glaive's Edge, and Death's Decreed it to go to 9, and rolled 7 on 9. Oof, and he got the trigger for the medium advance. So we're gonna see. What are we gonna see here? We're gonna see Corvus take this piece, try to get the back point. Looks like he could probably squeeze that, and then you're gonna score 4. Kyle might score 8 here if he can. Oh,
He looks like he
Corvus.
was
He didn't
just
get
out.
on. Yeah, he can't get on. So that's gone.
He has the power for another spender, but
He's dead. All right, Lizard just got wiped here. But now I think a problem here is that Corvus is outside of sacrifice range, or like he's also like there's an opportunity. Oh yeah, Corvus can't pick this up now either because he's outside of 2 of Logan, so he can't. Kyle can't make a huge point swing this round. So there's an opportunity here. Oh yeah, big brain if Corvus picks it up to kill himself. Interesting. He's going to. How is he getting the move there? I guess is what I don't understand. Did he do? Oh, what the hell? Oh, he must have. Did he just space? I'm very. Oh, it was a frenzy. Didn't he have like a frenzy trigger? That's what it was. Okay, that's what it was. No. Yeah.
what
Okay.
was the frenzy
No. So
trigger?
he did that. His full action. What set was a death blow, which got him a medium move, and then he also got
Yep,
the flurry. So that the flurry is what killed Lizard, and then he used his second action to advance onto the point.
I see.
All right. So Thanos is
That's
going
action
to score
efficiency.
3 here. So he's scoring 3 on Thanos. He's looking to see if he's gonna get the bonus point on Logan. And he's gonna there we go. I was gonna say he's gonna Cosmic Portal Logan to get another point. So he's gonna score 4 on the secures, and he's gonna score 3 on the extracts to give him 7 points, making it a 12-11 lead for Kyle. With with Isaac to go, got surprise Webheb online. All his characters are maxed on power. You've got Grand Illusion. You can definitely take out Corvus. And, man, like, you
The
could.
question is Logan. Who is best equipped to take out a Logan?
I think it's got to be
Who
Mysterio.
exceptional?
It's got to be Mysterio hitting him with like. Mysterio's got a lot of power. Tricks and traps can put Mysterio in a position to to move and grab that paranoia. Maybe I think I don't know. Maybe it's too out of range. But this is it's interesting that Isaac still has a win condition here. I think here Thanos can win by just standing there. So how do you? He's only got one cosmic portal. It's a double shot into Logan, get the advanced trigger, kill Corvus with Logan. Oh shit! Yeah, yeah, the Logan kill on the the Mystic attack. So the interesting thing here is that he's got get out of my head, and this damages. So this is a friendly effect that damages your team if you attack Logan with Mystic. This is also multiple times a turn, and also this is a friendly effect, so Thanos' damage reduction doesn't work against it. So all very interesting little synergies here. Let's see if Isaac can spot it. Mike called that out in the chat, so thanks for calling that out. But yeah, that's you can put all your attacks with Mysterio into Logan
Yeah, absolutely.
and
Not only
share
that, but now that line of play also frees up your surprise webhead to put attacks from three more attacks potentially into
into.
Logan as
Yeah,
well.
that's right. You could leave um so the key thing here is that Thanos won't get last activation. And then and this means that he will be able to like grab Lizard and grab the paranoia and move onto the back secure, and with um you've got like Shocker to basically grab another extract. Like Thanos like has to, I don't know, like we'll see how this goes. All right, obviously it's a tight window, but Isaac has a good play to put him in a seemingly advantaged position.
Absolutely. I think it starts with a play of Grand Illusion though, and I'm going to be curious to see if that gets played.
Yeah, yeah. Mike also mentions that Blood Despair won't trigger off of the attack. What's here? Oh, hold on. Oh no no no. Blood Despair does work against it. Yeah yeah. Do enemy effect. Oh holy shit. So Blood Despair only works against enemy effects, and if you use Logan's ability to kill Corvus, that's a like we mentioned, it's a friendly effect. As they're saying this in chat. I'm just like reading chat basically here. Um, oh man, Mike saying calling us all scrubs. Yeah, holy moly, that's awesome. Yeah yeah. No, so this is very exciting. Come on, buddy, find this
You can
epic
definitely
epic
tell
chain.
Mike's got the reps with Mysterio. He just
Yeah, that's
wishes he
right.
can see Electro on board as well.
Yeah, Mike. In the Danger Room episode we had, that's the most recent one posted. Mike had a game where he had played Mysterio against webs and had some lots of cool ideas into them and just in general got lots of reps with Mysterio for his Cabal list. So he knows what's up. I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on with Mysterio, but man, it's crazy how this could have meant to Logan being the reason the game flips to Isaac's side.
That would be so cool to see that line of play out, but I'm not sure that Isaac will see it because I
Oh,
sure
dude.
didn't.
No, Isaac is like he's a Mysterio dude. Isaac plays Mysterio on D shapes. I'm not even
I
kidding.
know.
I've streamed a game where that happened and he won the game. All right,
Incredible.
it was phenomenal. He played like a mission objective bunker with Mysterio on a D flank and it was very very cool. So it's like if I think that, I mean of course Mike spots the line, but I think that if there's anyone else if there's anyone, I'm seeing the range tool go and I'm immediately sad. We'll see. But if there's anyone else that could figure it out, it might be Isaac here. Let's see.
Hopefully, the range tool is a measure of Grand Illusion.
Yeah, yeah,
We'll see if we pop that first. Because I think with Grand Illusion and potential of 5 attacks into Logan with tricks and traps effects, Isaac has very good odds of getting Logan.
yeah, yeah. Surprise web hab, Grand Illusion, and yeah, surprise web hub Grand Illusion combo here is gonna just put out. You're gonna straight up put out a crazy amount of attacks here on opening for 6 attacks, or sorry, 3 attacks from Mysterio, plus all these tricks and traps that you could do. You have, yeah, I know, right? The line, the dub. This is where you feel like you're in such a desperate position. You will try to figure out everything. You'll like go through every possible line, and then you'll find it. That's like where you need to be. You're losing the game if you don't find the line. So you have to find the line. And I think that players who are like hungry for the win, who like basically are putting them, they just are, they'll put in the work to get the win, will find a line. And sometimes, and like that's like, I feel like when I'm playing from behind, I play way better because I feel like if I don't find something good here, I lose the game, and I basically just have to do that over and over and over again until I claw the game back. And but yeah,
From my perspective, the most challenging part about finding the line would be remembering Logan's effect of damaging allies. I feel like, at least from the games I've played, that very rarely comes up,
you're right. Of
and
course, of
I very
course.
rarely take it into account in terms of how to daze another enemy
I
character.
know, I know, I know. Especially like you know, like the whole friendly enemy effect, the even dilemma too. Like, oh man, this is this is tough. I mean, you got to pop Grant. I don't. I guess like Isaac is still worried about like I'm confused why he hasn't popped Grand Illusion already like immediately. Like that's like seems like a no brainer. But oh whoa
Yeah, with
oh
Mysterio being fully juiced up,
yeah.
looks like Mysterio was just bumped a little bit there.
Yeah, it's the pressure, shaky hands syndrome. Here we go. Yeah, I'm just better in
And
the
that
chat
measurement
says.
confirms that both, it looks like both Thanos and Corvus are within three.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just better on the chat says going first with a four die attack is just tough to think about. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
It's much less intimidating if you have Grand Illusion up.
Yeah, yep. Like man, it's just like in my mind, like you got to think like I need to put Mysterio attacks into Logan. All right, Grand Illusion's being played here. I
Here
mean,
we
you only
go.
you only have one sack with Thanos, right? You know what I mean? Like you can sure you can sack the first attack into Thanos, but you can't sack. Here we go. He's attacking Logan. I'm so nervous. Yeah, you've got three attacks. All right, so I think we're gonna see a sack here, as Mike has mentioned. That is the line that Kyle would probably take. There it goes. Sack into Thanos. Math is on Isaac's side. Interesting. Grand Illusion comes out, so it means that that skull that Thanos just rolled doesn't do anything. We've got a crit wild, so two successes into one for. So we need to. He popped the crit already, so it looks like no damage. He does get a power for the blank. Okay, so no damage there. He's going into Logan again here.
Looking for just a
Oh,
single
it
point of
ruins. Yeah,
damage
it ruins
to be able to
reality.
move him.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, he. Oh, so Kyle did explode the crit. Oh, so. Um. Yes, that's right, because crits don't explode and then they turn into skulls. All right. Oh my goodness. He did a
Oh
spender. Oh, he
no.
did a spender. That's why he's rolling so many dice into Logan. He just. Oh man, that's not. That's not what you want to see here. What are we? What are we missing? Oh no. All right. So basically, what's this? All right. Oh, that's tough. I think that's not what you wanted to have happen. Um, he put out the activated. Oh man, that's really tough. And he
I
also
think
put
that
him.
move right there was Logan's move.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
He
and
moved. Oh,
he
I see.
passed
I
on to
see.
Logan's activation.
Oh man. All right. Well, he's. Oh, he just annihilated
Wow.
Shocker. Oh man. All right. All right, guys. I think I think that's it. That's gonna be it. So let's see what let's see how the rest of the game plays out. But that's, oh man, that's tough. All right, well, obviously we'll be talking about this. So this ending here in this line of play. But he didn't see the web head. Yeah.
I think that would have been the last ditch attempt to try and get Logan out of there.
So Logan's done. He KO'd him, so he's stuck there. So now Thanos is. Oh, so he's gonna web head here. No, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Thanos gets to go last at this point, which means that he's gonna just control the board and get. He's gonna control any character on the gamma and then just lock in 3 points. Logan's already got one. He could Space Gem Logan in to bonus points. So it like you could see you're gonna see the Thanos like the Black Order squad score. Yeah, I mean like 4 just alone with Thanos there. Logan not even on a secure, and
Yeah,
that's
and they already
gonna.
scored an extra VP with the KO.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That is indeed the game. Very interesting matchup still. I think if there were a couple different lines, a couple different roles, the match could have ended up much, much closer.
Yeah, no kidding. It was. I mean, like even then, Isaac had a mathematical out that was like at least 50 situation probably, or I don't know what the math Mike ran, but he's suggesting that Isaac was favored in the math. So very interesting that it really came down to that the activation sequence after all of the damage that Kyle put on Isaac. All right. So we're seeing surprise. We're seeing Lizard go here. He's throwing. He's gonna throw into tricks or tricks and traps. This will allow Lizard. I mean, I don't know if this. He rolled 6 fails, so those last 2 dice would have had to be successful, and Logan would have had to defend nothing. Yeah, that's fair. I'm just better. It's basically saying like if you rolled 2 attacks, 4 dice attacks, your first 6 rolls in that were blanks, based on what we saw. So, maybe he wouldn't have been able to get it done. I surprised Webhead could have done something, right? Because then you have Shocker, Lizard, um, and Mysterio all throwing an extra attack into Logan. All right, Blood Despair is coming out. Um,
Do the VPs here scored matter for tiebreakers?
no, there's no. You either win 5, at least 5 games over 6 weeks, or you don't. So it doesn't really matter.
Gotcha. So this is Kyle's winning in.
Yeah, that's right. Kyle is about to what looks to be about to make it into the elimination bracket again to defend his title.
Very exciting and very cool to see with a list that not many people are piloting.
Yeah.
Although, from my understanding, Thanos is quite popular in the meta. Black Order is definitely something different.
Yeah, no kidding. Thanos is like he's all over the place right now. He's just such an easy slot in. If you want to if you've got a down the middle slugger. So we've got a what is this here? This is the spender. So we did a Blood Despair spender on Corvus to put him in a spot where he can do damage next round. I guess if there hypothetically was one. Did he
You
get a
always gotta
frenzy? Oh,
play
he got
for
a
that
frenzy.
next
He got a
round.
frenzy off the Blood Despair. So he gets to go again. This time he's
That
going
is
into
insane.
Lizard, it looks like, before he finishes his activation. So, did he Death Decree it? Or I think he Death Decreed the first one. No. Does Thanos have enough power? Like, he's saving the power on Thanos. Alright, Corvus rolls 4 with a Pierce into Lizard. So 3 takes 2. Yeah. So if Lizard gets 2 attacks here into Thanos, a spender and a builder. If he
I think he's only getting one attack, right, into
well, he's the
Thanos?
webhead will get him a second attack.
Ah,
It would
right,
be only the
yes.
builder though. So if he dazed Thanos hypothetically, he would for he would still he's only scoring 15 still because Mysterio um yeah, it's just not enough. He would score the back 2 gammas, which is 3 points, and then 1 paranoia, which is a 4th point, and he's only at 11, so he goes to 15.
But it would keep him in the game. That is his only out. He has to daze Thanos. I think it would actually have to be 2 builders because his spender is only range 2.
I'm just better in the chat. 6 dice versus 2. He rolls 0 hits into Logan, and then Logan turns around and throws 7 successes into Shocker.
That's just MCP, man.
I know it's just brutal. So, yeah, no matter there's no position where yeah, where Isaac can win here without Kyle just like stopping it and winning the game. I don't see there's nothing to play here.
Well, he can take the line of just trying to one-shot Thanos.
Um, yeah. I mean, yeah, but it still doesn't get him enough points.
No, not to
Um,
win, that's for sure.
yeah, so
I think this was a great demonstration of Webb's strength on a narrow attrition map, despite the I think it's fair to describe it as a one-sided uh, dice luck in terms of
yes,
the results there,
for sure.
and it being like the top tier attrition. We still saw that there were some very cool lines that could have been taken that could have potentially flipped the result.
So okay, so all right, so there is one line that would work for Isaac here. Um, he would like he's measuring it right now. He would need Lizard to be within 2 of Mysterio, and um, and then also within range medium of Thanos maybe to then kill Thanos, pick up the paranoia, end up within 2 of Mysterio. He would score 3 on secures and 2 on extracts, winning him the game. So there's still an out here, although it's like a miracle die attack, a miracle. You have to kill Thanos with a webhead one shot. You have 2 actions. You've got to move and attack, right? Like you can move, attack, and then webhead.
Yeah, it would be a double builder,
So you can do 2
no
builders, I
grand
think
illusion.
here.
Yeah,
No grand illusion, yeah.
that would be the miracle.
The other option is if you don't have the range here. So yeah, so he's measuring the range. Man, yeah. Basically, you want to see if Mysterio has a range 2 on where Lizard would theoretically be. Oh, fuck! I didn't realize that Lizard. He must have conceded then. I don't see why Logan is. Yeah. All right. So it was a concession, I think here. Right? I don't see any other reason why that just happened. How is Thanos going? What am I missing? How is Lizard
I'm
not
not
gone
quite
yet?
sure.
Okay, now the game is over. Now the game's over. Okay. All right, they're gonna once they adjust their scores here, we'll jump in their chat, so that'll be like any second. Oh, hold on. It looks like so. I'm so confused because I thought Lizard threw Corvus into the tricks and traps, like during his activation. So how did Thanos just do all of this in the middle of Lizard's activation here?
And I thought Lizard had to go before Thanos anyways.
Yeah. I'm a little confused about this, but we'll talk to them after the game. Okay. So the displacement from Lizard. Okay, so I guess we are wrong about him throwing Corvus. I don't understand what happened with Corvus. Corvus. Oh, okay. Now I understand.
Okay, there
Corvus.
was a webhead that was played earlier.
No. Oh, maybe it was. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, unless it's played
Yeah, it
now.
was. No. Oh no, he just played. No. Corvus moved outside of. He tried to move outside of 3 of Mysterio or something, and then got hit by the trap. I don't know. The game's over. All right, so let's jump into their chat. All right.
I mean, you also played it well. So there's that. So what are you scoring in the end there? What? 2?
4, and then
Oh yeah, 2. I didn't get the wild to push you off. Yeah.
yeah, that's gonna end 14-11.
Hey guys.
11.
What's up, Lucas?
Man, that game was crazy. Okay, so actually, there was this crazy out, Isaac, that in the chat you can, if you want to like watch, if you're gonna watch
no.
this back, but you had a phenomenal out, so we have to kind of go through it if that's okay with
go
you.
for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I don't know if Kyle might have seen it as like a disaster for him, but if you were able to, I don't know if Logan, when he was on the range, on the middle gamma, and Corvus, who had 1 health left on the, near
Yes.
the home gamma, if you attacked Logan, he would have triggered his friendly effect that would have damaged the other characters, and
That
you
doesn't
could have.
trigger blood despair.
It does not trigger
right?
Blood Despair, and
Ah.
you could have then hit your. You would have led into Surprise Webhead if necessary, if your Mysterio dice weren't connecting like they weren't, which would have given you like another 3 attacks into Logan after Mysterio was done his turn, including another Tricks and Traps maybe, and that would have probably been enough to basically put. It would have put you in a spot where Thanos didn't get last activation in all likelihood, and you could have slightly outscored Thanos, who could have at most scored 3 VPs, and you could have maybe, and that he would have been at 13. He would have been exactly at 16, and you could have potentially.
Yeah, potentially.
outscored,
Yeah, potentially gotten out. Yeah, that's
so
that's a
yeah,
option.
it would have. Yeah, we're mathematically, I think it was on your side. So tough. It's unfortunately tough to give you the bad news there, but
No, it's
you
okay.
you had it was disasters struck pretty early, so we can understand if you were battling the mind in this match.
Yeah,
That
the
was
round
something.
2 double KO was pretty insane. I was like, no way.
Yeah, so Isaac, were you happy with the crisis selection that came up, or like what were your thoughts when the options came up?
It's fine. I wasn't super excited about it, but also with, I guess with Paranoia and Gamma, there was a chance for me to have the ability to score out.
Yes.
But 16 or 15 threat was not the most optimal for me.
Right.
But I think this was. It definitely could have been worse, so I guess I'll take it.
Yeah, the I think that's, I mean, of course, like your character's like being killed days turn 1 was just like obscene. The goblin was sitting on his home D, and by the end of the round he had no health left.
Yeah, you
was
could
like,
say I was not expecting. I was not expecting it.
Yes,
That's for
yes.
sure.
Kyle, the mothership play, were you setting that up, or were you was it a reaction after Pyro did an attack into Corvus? What were your, like, I thought you'd hold on to mothership. I thought you did in a previous game, but you burned it immediately. What were your thoughts on your opening there?
So my thing was, my number 1 to kill target was 100% Pyro. I did not want a Thanos with a root on him and I did not want to play condition roulette when he has what's it called? Kick them while they're down. I did not want to get Yahtzeed on conditions and just have Thanos die to like a surprise webhead round. So I wanted Pyro gone immediately. And he hadn't moved Pyro yet. So I was like, okay, well I don't have to play aggressive. I'm like, ironically enough, with the like probably the most aggressive faction or one of the most aggressive factions in the game, it's usually better to play the first round a little more kitschy. So I walked up with Corvus Glaive and I threw the spear at whoever I threw it at. Somebody, I don't remember who. And then yeah, I was like, okay, now I have the power for Mothership. So if it comes up, it comes up. But it would seem like a poor idea to just feed the mid line like one of my 2/4s. I was like, I'm not just gonna have him stand in front of like a pyro shocker gun line with a green goblin when if I don't kill all of them next round, he can just attack like that guy with everybody. Like, no, thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had some really great dice to help you out too. So I don't know whatever you did, your pregame ritual. I would imagine you're just going to repeat that for the next match. But yeah, we do have to say congrats for making it into the elimination rounds again.
Thank you.
Of course, you were the Eastern Bracket champion, going 6-0 last time. So we're of course going to see if you can replicate those efforts. And
yeah.
Yeah, so congrats on that. Isaac, do you have any
Yes,
other
sir.
thoughts on the game, or what were your feelings on the list you brought?
Oh no, I think it was all fine. Overall, I mean, I'm just gonna be thinking about that out all night, but no worries. That's awesome. No, that's a cool play.
Yeah,
That was
so
a good game.
well, you're only one win of making it one win away from making it into the bracket. So I'm wishing you the best of luck.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it.
And Vince, do you have any questions for the players at all?
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys don't mind, I'd love to hear a little bit about your choice of list or roster for the event here. Isaac, on your side, I know Doc Ock seems to be the more popular option with Spider Foes, and it's great to see you're repping Goblin. Can you tell me a little bit about your feelings on the Goblin versus Ock choice?
Um, sure. Typically, I mean, yeah, the more popular option is definitely Doc Ock these days, but um, Goblin's just my personal favorite. He might not be a more competitive choice, but I think um, Ock 1 is also a underrated, like, really good 3 threat in our both roster. Plus, well laid plans is really good. Um, but I didn't. I thought about bringing Ock 1 here. I just have not played these two crises together and was not too sure what it would look like and went with something a little bit more safe. Ock probably just dies like Pyro and Chakra did.
Yeah.
But overall, I think Goblin foes can make. I prefer them in the more scenario-oriented play, and I think they have a lot of game there. Um, it's mainly these fights down the middle that I struggle with, and that's what the experimentation's for. That's what we're trying with the new stuff. And I typically like to play Sandman, but into Black Order, let's just say he's not the best choice.
Yeah.
But that's basically my stance, pretty much.
No, that makes sense. And even despite facing one of the most elite attrition squads, tall attrition squads, you definitely still came close, and it was a great match.
Absolutely.
All right, Vince. You good to go?
That's it for me, Lucas.
All right. Thank you guys for letting us stream the game. I very much appreciate you letting the viewers watch, and yeah, it's much appreciated. So, good luck in your next round of games, and
Appreciate it.
hopefully we'll see. Well, I mean, I'm expecting both you guys. I mean, of course, Kyle's already in, but I'm expecting Isaac to make it. So, let's go, buddy.
Yeah, I'll just win next week.
Yeah,
Easy.
exactly. No big deal. All right, I'm gonna head out. Thank you for the game.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lucas.
Take care, guys.
All right, there we go. Week 5 game. And yeah, so that's it. I have a game on Thursday. I'm streaming between 2 players in the central bracket. Let me pull it up now. I should have had this up. I've never had either of them on stream before, so that's pretty exciting. Let me just find this out. In the meantime, thank you, Vince, for joining me on stream. It was a pleasure. Let's see. Here we go. I've got, looks like it's going to be a Defenders versus Hellfire matchup as D. Geisman is playing against Wade. So we're going to do that on Thursday around 9 p.m. So I will catch you guys then, as well as 5 p.m. on Thursday for our roster reveals of the Rivals panel, Montreal Shark Tank versus the Porkroll Protocol. See you guys on the next one.